this is not the first time you are playing three different roles in a single film.
There is this connection between three characters. There is this mission that is happening. One guy is beginning it, second guy is completing the half of it, and third guy.
Entering into the Malayalam industry, it is not as commercial as the Telugu and Tamil industries as of now.
I felt like it was a gift box somehow. I had been manifesting for a long time.
Have you got any offer from Telugu film industry?
Telugu industry is already blessed with amazing actors. Then why me? And if they want me,
confused during the release of Kalki. So, your movie was also Kalki, and there is Prabhas Kalki as well. So there was a little confusion on the internet.
So overflow, I got the benefit.
How confident are you with this film?
Hello.
ఎక్కువ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ లేకపోతే ఎక్కువ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పెట్టుకోకుండా జస్ట్
Hi Tovino and hi Krithi. I'm Dheeraj. I'm from Filmy Focus. So before discussing about ARM, I just wanted to let you know that before the Lucifer fever or before Minnal Murali, Tovino Thomas is one actor that is introduced to the Telugu film, not Telugu film, but out of the Malayalam industry is with the Mayanadhi film. So that is one. Yes. Okay. So that was one of the purest love story which came in this generation with Aishwarya Lakshmi, right? Aishwarya Lakshmi.
It came out in 2017 December.
So that was one film which made you familiar in the South industry.
Oh, nice.
Because since then there are lots of films being released on OTT platforms or not. Even though they are not being dubbed, there are some other films which got into the South, which break the barriers of the Kerala industry and came down to the South. But Mayanadhi is one such film which made you familiar in the Telugu or the particularly the Karnataka market, because that is mostly based out of the Bangalore region film.
Okay.
So even post that, if you take the Lucifer playing not a key role though, but you are one of the leading person in the film. And after that, Minnal Murali is like during the COVID it came into the OTT, but it was a film which can be released in theaters, which was destined to release in theaters.
It should have been released in theaters, but I think everything happens for good. OTT release gave it a different set of audience.
Even your Thullumaala. So that is one film which the youth audience all over the South were particularly there is a huge fan base for that one theatrical fight sequence.
Yes, I understand.
That fight sequence. So even many others try to recreate it in in their films as well. But that is the one film, and also 2018 obviously. So after all these films, since Mayanadhi.
My best friend's favorite film, one of her favorite South Indian films is Thullumaala.
Thullumaala, yes. అంటే ఒక తెలుగు ఫిల్మ్ తెలుగునే కదా, ఒక సౌత్ ఫిల్మ్ లో ఒక స్నిక్కర్స్. Because sneakers is one of the part of the fashion in the South, not in all over India, all over the worldwide. But Thullumaala is the film which introduced the sneakers trend into the audience.
Me and my best friend in the movie, because I'm stepping on his white Air Force Ones.
So after that, why not after Thullumaala? Why not after Mayanadhi? Or why not after Minnal Murali? Why haven't you tried dubbing your films directly into the Telugu industry?
It's not a decision that should be taken by me. So I've been pushing my producers. It's not just enough that I have a vision. The person who has to do it, who's spending the money, they should have that vision too. And probably for dubbing it into other languages and for releasing it in other states, it's an additional expense for them. And we don't have a huge budget. I mean, if we have some money, we'll think of putting it in the movie, the production of the movie, rather than the promotion of the movie. Because we don't have, our movie's production, the whole movie's production budget is way lesser than many other bigger movies' promotion budget.
Yes.
So maybe that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, that's obvious. But as an actor, you wanted to broaden your borders.
I've been telling this to all the producers of the movies which I've done since Minnal Murali. Definitely, I've been telling that. But for Thullumaala, actually, that was a very native movie. I mean, the pun we had in it was very native. We actually thought it won't work outside Kerala. If only after the OTT release, we understood that okay, this could have worked.
Yeah, might have clicked at theaters
And not every movie is going to be interesting for people, I mean, audience all over the world or all over the India. Not every movie is going to do that. Because some movies I want to be part of different kind of movies, small, big, medium budget, art house movies and all. So I cannot promise you that every movie of mine from here onwards will come out in all different languages. But this particular movie, I think it has that appeal. It has that universal appeal. That's why we wanted to bring this. And maybe in the future also, movies which we think that has a potential to tap the international or national market, we'll definitely try and do this. For this to release in all these languages, do you think it was easy? It was a war.
Okay. So is it only because of Maitri's collaboration with Malayalam with the film, or do you really think the film works well in South?
I mean,
in
I
Telugu?
think Maitri అనుకున్నారు ఈ సినిమా బాగా చేస్తుంది అందుకే they collaborated, right?
They watched the movie and then they decided
to collaborate.
But the thing is, I'm close to the people from Maitri also, because I've done Adrisha Jalangal and Nadigar with Maitri's co-production. So I know them. We have a very good relationship. But it's not that relationship that made this happen. I was adamant that people who are distributing this should watch the movie first, so that they'll also do it from their heart. And Maitri and Humbale, they've done a very good job promoting it outside Kerala, I mean, in their own industries. And associating with Maitri and Humbale and AA Films itself, they are brands and 5-star movies in Tamil. So they all are brands. So when we are associating with brands, without doing much itself, the news will go out and we'll get proper distribution. And I don't want a massive release here. I'm looking for a regular, decent release.
So your presence felt in the...
Yeah, decent release all across the world if possible.
Okay. So when it comes to the Malayalam industry, they have been evolving since the last 20-30 years, most probably. Even though they, even in 70s and 80s, they did some amazing films. But since the last 20-30 years, they have been making films that turning the world around. So in this evolution of Malayalam industry, particularly in the filmmaking, because 2018 is one such textbook, became a textbook film, because with that small budget, you people made a film which could, like, if you're watching it on screen, it might sound like it might visualize like a film of 100 crores or something. But it is nearly made it in a very merely budget, which I don't want to mention here.
The thing is, we had to go the hard way because we didn't have so much budget. So we had to, construct a huge tank in a huge property which is right next to a river, so that we could pump water from this. And we created the sets of houses and in it, which can be cut into half and kept inside. So for showing the water levels rising, we had to cut the house into half and keep it little down. So that was a technique that Jude Anthony used, and it was not an easy thing to do. It was less expensive compared to the CGI and all. And for doing CGI of water, it's very hard. And it was his brilliance that saved so much money, I think.
Okay. So my question is, like, if you people had made 2018 in a budget of a mere budget, and why spend so much for Nadikar and ARM? Because
also I think the budget that people know is way
higher,
exaggerated. Way exaggerated. I mean, it's not that high budget. I don't know how that misconception is prevailing. Okay. Whatever. And about ARM is made in a lesser budget than 2018.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably the same budget or little lesser than. 2018. And you haven't watched it yet, so you don't know if it might surprise you.
Okay, because you're playing three different characters in three different timelines. So how does it felt when, because this is not the first time you're playing a three different roles in a single film. You have been playing multiple dual roles and you have been playing multiple roles. But when it comes to ARM, what is that exciting point? Because you have been traveling with the story since the last 8 years, right from the production and stuff. So how does it make you more involved in this ARM project rather than the other films?
That's a long story. ARM playing three characters was not my idea. They wanted me to play it, and I wanted to prepare a lot. First, I thought, why don't we do it with two more actors in it? I mean, one character I'll play, two more other actors will come, so it will become a bigger movie. It will become a multi-starrer, and it can be promoted easily. But they explained it to me, and I understood why they wanted me to play these three characters in this movie. There is this connection between three characters, and there is this mission that is happening. One guy is beginning it, second guy is completing the half of it, and third guy probably achieve it or not. So that's how it goes. And it took all this while because of many constraints. Date was a problem, and Jitin never pressurized me, and budget was a problem. But I think the long wait we had to do, uh, that helped a lot. I mean, it was for better. As an actor, I learned new things. I think compared to then, I'm a better actor now. And as with regards to my uh, market value, it has increased considerably compared to what I had in 2017. And Jitin learned a lot of new things. Jitin, from an associate director, he has come a long way. Like when you look at the trailer itself, it doesn't look like a movie made by a newcomer. Why? Because even though he's a first timer, he has 8 years experience in this particular movie. Nobody else has that. And he also was. I asked him, can we do a smaller movie before that? Because I have to provide so much dates, and we have to find a big producer to phone this movie to happen. So I don't feel good looking at you waiting for me. So can we do something smaller? And he said, no, bro, I have no pressure. I'll wait. How much ever I'll have to wait, I don't mind. This is going to be my first movie. That's what he said. And so I've been traveling with this movie. First, it was my writers, the Sujit Nambia, Sweethatan's dream. Then it became Jitin came into that dream, and I came into their dream. And since then, this movie is my dream too. So that's why I'm more involved in it. And by the time we started the movie, I wanted it to be better than anyone will expect. I mean, my performance also. And playing three characters, it's a big challenge. At the same time, it's an opportunity. And I wanted to use that opportunity wisely. So we made sure that we brought in this acting coach and did this acting workshop so that we can understand more about the character. And Jitin also learned a lot of new things. Jitin also understood what I am going to do on screen. Like we had rehearsals during that
So was
acting
Krithi a
workshop.
part of those?
No. I think I joined pretty late
Yeah.
in these discussions. I think I joined in 2022
22.
when the final version had already
Ha.
been drafted.
So this is your Malayalam debut.
Yes.
ARM is your Malayalam debut. So have you done any the classes to learn Malayalam or?
No, but I learned my lines.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time learning the lines. I got voice notes from them.
More
And
than
then-
just mugging up the lines, she was understanding the lines with the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that is
our director, our writer is also from the same
North
place,
in
Northern Kerala.
Okay. Krithi Shetty, she is the one who traveled a big circle because being a Kannadiga, she became a Telugu heroine. Then she came to Malayalam industry. No, it's like a triangle she crossed. So for Krithi entering into the Malayalam industry, it is not as commercial as the Telugu and Tamil industries as of now because they make more of concept movies. They make more of feel good films and stuff. So when you had the option, okay, getting cast opposite Tovino Thomas. So what was your first interaction with the team, or what was your first
I
reaction?
always wanted to do a Malayalam film. I mean, I wanted to work in all languages, but Malayalam films I wanted to do particularly because of the kind of content that I have seen from them, the kind of performances I have seen. It has always been like, from an outsider's point of view, everything looks very authentic. The kind of minute expressions, very raw performances actually that I had seen. I also wanted to portray that. I don't think in my career I have done something similar to that, like some exactly that actually. Maybe something similar I might have attempted, but not that.
No.
So I was very excited to portray that, and then when this story came, I also feel like I felt like it was a gift box somehow. I had been manifesting for a long time, and this came like a gift box, like, oh, you want it? Okay, here you go. Like, it felt like that because not only does it have a great role for me to make a debut, but the story, I personally have so much connect to it. It's a little inexplainable, but I personally love listening to stories from my grandmother. I go to my friends' houses, and me and their grandmother sit and talk about old stories.
Okay.
So I'm like their buddy more than my actual friends, because I love listening to stories, and I think it's not just me. We all in some way do. We all, the stories that we hear from our grandparents
Obviously.
and the old legends, and I think the story has that feel. So I had a personal interest in the story like that, which I thought would really, really excite people, and I wanted to be part of this vision.
So what is the level of authenticity you have taken care of when you are acting in ARM?
I mean, that I was as much as I could. I tried to watch. I mean, I had no references as to people in real life who may be similar to this character, because I didn't live or grow up in a village, or didn't see any village girl growing
The
up.
only reference would have been movies.
Movies was actually the only reference. So I tried to watch a couple of old Malayalam films, and I was more concerned about the kind of expectation they had from me, because if they wanted something really particular, really uh, rooted, really cultural, like that would have been difficult for me. But I think they also were looking for a fresh approach, as long as I stayed in the character, which I did my homework on my character based on what I heard in the story. I made an outline of what she might have gone through in her life, the kind of things that excite her, and I just stayed true to that, and I think that's how it became.
So you tried to dub in any of the languages?
No, I did not.
Not at all. Okay. So when it comes to Malayalam cinema again, so as she is speaking, so Malayalam cinema is rooted. Malayalam cinema is very authentic when it comes to storytelling or presenting the scenario on the screens. So is that being rooted, or is being too authentic to the region, restricted Malayalam cinema to where it was a few years back, or is it the same roots which are being explored now to the international level? So what do you think of this?
Being rooted won't restrict any cinema. Maybe being very realistic and being less entertaining can restrict movies, but it's your call. I mean, what kind of movies you want to work in, or what kind of movies you want to make, what kind of movies you want to watch. It depends on the taste of different people.
Because
For
the tastes
instance,
have changed.
for instance, Minnal Murali is very rooted, and it was an entertainer. People loved it. And 2018 was rooted. It worked for people. So being rooted will actually benefit the movie rather than restricting it. That's what I blame.
Because audience tastes have been changing. Because if you look at 2012, 2013 times, so there was no Malayalam movies are being dubbed, or they are being restricted to the borders. But post COVID,
Nobody had an idea of
Yes.
doing that. I mean, especially Malayali producers, it's an additional expense. You know, when you have a limited budget for the production of the movie, they'll think of distributing it in Kerala and getting that money back. For distributing it in other states, for promoting it over there, you have to spend a lot more. And if we are keeping aside money for promotions, the movie will be compromised. Nobody wants that,
obviously.
because even after we die and perish, these movies will remain, and live.
That cherishes.
Yeah,
And which is so crazy because after we completed shoot, when you texted me, this is the exact thing you told me. And this is what I've always believed. Ante, being a part of cinema is being a part of something beyond life.
Yeah.
I mean, your life. Because
we perish
Auntie,
and art
yeah.
cherishes, right?
Yes.
That's true.
yeah. So I remember you telling me this, and I've felt that way for a long time, and I was very happy to hear.
That's why we have to be very, very much passionate, and we have to work hard to do your best.
Yeah.
Because this can be the mark that we are leaving in the world.
Exactly. So Tovino, being an actor, he never compromised for the roles he played, or he never said like he was never restricted to playing a hero, because you played a baddie in the Mari 2 and few other films as well in Malayalam.
Yes.
So like, haven't you got any offer from Telugu film industry?
Yes. I get offers once in a while, but I have few questions. If the Telugu industry is already blessed with amazing actors, then why me? And if they want me, if they can convince me that I'm the best person to play this character, I'll definitely do it. And if something very exciting comes up, I'll definitely do it. Other than that, when I commit a movie here, it's definitely a bigger industry. When I work in a big movie, it might take more time to complete, which can affect few of my movies. Then I'll not be able to do movies like this. Like, people are waiting for me for this long, and I suddenly goes and tells, you have to wait for another year. I'll be doing a different movie, and I don't do multiple movies at a time. So all these things are restricting me from doing other language movies. But I'll definitely do it when something very good comes up. I'll take that effort. I'll manage every concerns I have, and if it's a Telugu movie, I'll learn Telugu and act in it. I need to have that command over whichever language I'm working in. Yeah, I did Tamil movies before because I studied in Coimbatore and I know a little bit of Tamil. I can manage. Telugu was an alien language to me because I've never spoken Telugu. I never had to, but I understand Telugu because I watched a lot of movies in Telugu itself. I try and watch the original ones. So hopefully very soon.
Yeah, and you were mentioning that you have watched Chiranjeevi's Jagadekuru Dattaloka Sundari in your childhood. So what are the other Telugu movies you have watched till now? Like, you remember?
Lot of them. I mean, after this Triloka Sundari, next Telugu movie would have been Arya. But since then,
Arya, Allu Arjun's Arya. Okay.
I was reintroduced into watching Telugu movies by Arya. Then I started watching many Telugu movies, and I'm updated. I watched Kalki also. That was the last Telugu movie I watched. I think
Prabhas Kalki.
Yeah, that I watched
So
it in
people were
Telugu
confused
only.
during the release of Kalki. So
Ah.
your movie was also Kalki. You have acted in which you played a cop role, and there is Prabhas Kalki as well. So there was a little confusion on the internet. Some people were downloading the film of Kalki, and it was Tovino Thomas Kalki, and
So overflow, I got the benefit.
yes. So Krithi,
By the way, downloading movies on Telegram is a crime. So
Yes, it is, but it
criminals
happened on
got duped.
it happened on Twitter. People are confused between your Kalki and Prabhas
Okay.
Kalki. So all the best for your film.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And one more question for the final question for Krithi. So Krithi, your debut in Malayalam.
Yes.
So how confident are you with this film?
అంటే మోర్ దెన్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హోప్ఫుల్ బికాజ్ అండ్ అంటే లైఫ్లో ఇప్పుడు వరకు కెన్ ఐ ఆన్సర్ ఇన్ తెలుగు
Please.
లైఫ్లో ఇప్పుడు వరకు నేను అబ్జర్వ్ చేసింది ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఎక్కువ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ లేకపోతే ఎక్కువ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పెట్టుకోకుండా జస్ట్ మీ హార్ట్లో గుడ్ ఎనర్జీతో మీరు నిల్చుంటే ఆ గుడ్ ఎనర్జీ మీకు బ్యాక్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఏం జరిగినా మీరు మీ హార్ట్లో చాలా క్లీన్గా చాలా హ్యాపీగా పాజిటివ్గా ఉంటారు. సో ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హోప్ఫుల్. ఐ హ్యావ్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ గుడ్ ఎనర్జీ టువర్డ్స్ దిస్ and I hope that good energy will has translated into the film, and the audience will also have the same good energy towards the role.
Glad for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.